Good morning, Motivational Rant, guys. We're about that time.
Yes.
You know what? We don't really talk about political stuff, but if you've ever read the Bible, if you've ever been religious, one of the big things was that Jesus brought two rules to replace all the other rules of everything. The one was to put God first, and the second was to treat your neighbor like yourself. Okay? Now, obviously, that is got a lot of interpretation available to it, and it really opens things up for where things can go. Now, what I break those things down to would be, is number one is you should be treating your neighbor like yourself, just in the fact that what you want, how you want to be treated, is how you should treat other people. Being honest and all that kind of thing. Now, the idea of putting God above all else. It's a controversial issue, just in the fact that some people are like, well, there's no God, and some people are saying various other things, and my God's better than your God, whatever the case. But one way to interpret that as well is that, you know, treating other people how you want to be treated, they can visibly see how you're treating them, right? But when my idea of putting God first is more so that when no one's watching you, are you still that good person? You know? Do you do the good deed when no one actually has any way to think that, number one, you did do it or didn't do it? And that's one of those things where people have that idea, it's like, oh, well, you could get away with murder. But are you a murderer? And that's the real question. Just because you can get away with something doesn't make it the right decision. Just because, and we've talked about this before, is that you have entire companies and hedge funds who are breaking up companies, destroying people's pensions. There's a few states right now in the South that are actually suing hedge funds because they took unreasonable risks with their pension funds and essentially drove it into the ground. So a lot of people just say, well, it's just business. It's not just business, people. It's people's lives, it's people's daily emotions, it's people's relationships, it's people's survival. And that's the big difference, is if we're going to be treating others like we want to be treated, does it matter if anyone sees us? Does it matter that we get the praise and kudos? Don't get me wrong. I like getting that praise. I like hearing the applause. I like to be the one that's getting noticed. But is that necessary for us to enjoy life? Do we have to make it about a promotion? Do we have to make it about a marketing strategy, or to advertise what that we've done to help people? And that's where I think it's wrong. I think we need to start forgetting about who's watching us and start listening to what we actually think we are. Because I think a lot of the times we forget that we have to sleep with ourselves at the end of the night. And if we're not willing to do that, then, you know, have we really questioned ourselves over that day? And that's something that I think a lot of people don't do. But I think that's all I got to say. Crystal, where can everybody find you?
I like it. Simply me on YouTube, Crystal Morency, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and Dino. Laura Dino.
Dino the Genetic Marvel, guys, on Facebook. I have a fan page. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. I have a Twitter account, but I don't really tweet. As well, Morning Motivation Rant, as we said, is available everywhere and its mother. So feel free to listen in. We have clips coming up every day. But the best thing to do would actually be like, share, and subscribe. It helps out the channel. Lets us know what's good and what's not.
Thank you.
And as well, on the Facebook fan page, that is where we're loading up stuff. I might even start uploading the entire videos there, guys. So we're doing all sorts of stuff and trying to get it done. But we're going to keep on trying to progress. If you have any notes, any hints, any feedback, we'd love to hear it. So please feel free to message us and leave it in the comments. But in the meantime, have a great day, stay motivated, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye!
Bye, guys.